Why does my GF insist on working free overtime? My GF works from home with a salaried job. She is expected to work 9-5 with no overtime allowed. Several of the people who work with her often work an extra 20-30 minutes if there is something important that can't wait. But my GF routinely works an extra 50 minutes and sometimes even 90 minutes past 5 p.m. When I ask her about it, she says there is lots of work to do and she has to do it. Generally it is a stressful job and she doesn't like it much. But she refuses to quit. X200B. I'm on salary, some weeks I work 50, some weeks I work 20-30. Sometimes I just disappear in the middle of the day to go grocery shopping and jump online if my boss texts me. I'm cool with this balance. Maybe she struggles to get all the work done within the time allocated. Perhaps she is under pressure from a supervisor. Perhaps she can't concentrate on home life when she knows her work is behind. Man, it's your GF. I know this sub fantasizes about just quit, but it isn't always that easy. People have responsibilities and stuff. Perhaps you should try being supportive instead of pressuring her to quit. Not enough info to know if it's a worthwhile use of her time. Maybe this job is a stepping stone? Maybe she takes pride in being thorough? Maybe she has trouble focusing and needs more time? Maybe she likes her job and wants to improve her skill set? People on the internet can label her whatever they want, but those folks ain't paying her bills. Isn't that the negative about being a salaried employee? I could be wrong on this one. For one thing, it's a salary position. Most of such jobs don't qualify for overtime at all. In the US, it's hourly jobs that do. Not sure where you live. Sometimes we have shit to get done, deadlines to hit. I'm also salaried and avoid overtime like the plague, but part of my job description is literally work to get shit done. Plus I don't have a job that always neatly ties up at a particular time. Sometimes I work late as salaried because I have an idea that won't go away until I get part of it done. This can literally keep me from sleeping until it's done. Another is that I work ahead for the next day, which relieves pressure and lets me know that I can start the next day calmly. It sucks, but it's true. Salary life. Sometimes, I get done hours early. Sometimes, I work over a little. It evens out. Have you considered that maybe she's avoiding you? Several reasons. 1. She is hoping to set herself apart and fast-track herself for promotion. 2. She is struggling at her job and does the overtime to hit her deadlines, targets, quotas because she does not want to lose the job. 3. She may hate the job but maybe cares about the work. If she hates that workplace, the best option may be to job hunt while holding the job. Suggesting someone quit when they do not have anything else lined up already is a big goddamn ask. End communication. Well, she's on salary. Salaried jobs are 50 hours a week in my experience. The flip side is that if you have all your work covered, you can leave at noon and go to appointments etc. on the regular, and it kind of evens out if you aren't being taken advantage of. In my salaried job sometimes I might need to pull a 10-12 hour day, sometimes I might barely fuck around for 3-4 hours in a day. Generally it's a 40-hour per week job, and management and everybody knows it could be, and most salaried employees I've ever met understand and accept this as long as the compensation is fair. Big emphasis on that. Which is really all it boils down to. I don't even know what my hourly rate works out to, and frankly I don't give a shit. I'm content with my pay and the arrangement. Your GF might see things the same way. I'm salaried and earn pretty good money. There are some days where I'm doing 9-10 hour work days, but there are many more days where I'm only doing 4-5 hours a day. You're asking Reddit why your girlfriend does something? Ask her, not us. That how salary works. A, she's salaried, B, her bosses suck. As most people have mentioned, that's the life of salaried workers in most states. Sometimes you just have to work a little late to get things done or to make your next workday not be hell. A good manager will not take advantage of that though. Work late one day, come in late or leave early another day, and if her workplace won't accommodate, it's time to leave. She cheating? I had a phase like that. Is she around 30 years old by chance? That's when my company man phase began. I've since learned it's not worth it. The higher-ups won't remember it or care. It won't get you a raise. It won't stop them from commenting down the line when you're 2 minutes late, even when they know you've worked dozens of extra hours for them. In a lot of salaried roles you're getting paid to accomplish objectives, hence why they don't pay you by the hour. She's also probably trying to stand out from her peers. The trade-off is often more money and more freedom with your schedule. There exists an old mentality that if you work above and beyond you can get a promotion. It doesn't work for everyone. But for me, my last 3 promotions were due to staying late and getting it all done. I had to literally anticipate the requests and have them ready. I wouldn't drop them on demand, but they'd get them in 2-3 days. Versus weeks. It doesn't always work, but it absolutely worked for me. They got to see you in action to determine that you're the best. Comes with the territory of having a salaried position, unfortunately. Work is assessed on being completed on time, not hours worked. I usually work an 8-hour shift, but sometimes I'm on call if something goes wrong with our application in the middle of the night, and then I have to hop online for who knows how long until it's resolved. Or, I just have a lot of work to complete. Just depends on the job. Normally with a salaried job, you're expected to complete your project, period. And a salaried job usually doesn't involve clock watching or overtime. Salaried employees generally are salaried because companies realized it's cheaper than hourly. She may be on with working longer because she knows that in the year she might be done early, and still get the same pay. When I was the chef of a small kitchen, that's what I did. However, I also made sure my staff got paid for their overtime, and I never sent them home early during slow times, because I always guaranteed a minimum amount of hours. Have you asked her why she does that? She either very inefficient and works slow, or she likes her job. Every employee is in competition with every other employee for limited compensation. Knowing this, you can decide what effort you want to put in to differentiate your contributions to the company from everyone else. In a fair world, smarter, harder, more knowledgeable, cleverer work gets recognized with raises and promotions. Ignore this truism at your own peril. Curse of responsible people. Some people do this by nature, some because that's how they were raised, some because they feel peer pressure or pressure from their supervisors, and others because they want to leave a positive impression with their management because they want to move up in the organization. Your job as a partner is to learn and listen, and to support your partner. Why is this on Antiwork, and why does this upset you so much? Sounds like you have the problem, not her. So when you are in a position that is compensated based on contributions, aka not a dead-end job, it is a good way to move up. Sometimes an hour now can free up 2 hours later. I only work extra if it's my fault I'm behind. If someone else caused my work to be behind, then that's not on me. Your mistake is not now my emergency. It's served me well so far. Professionals put in more than the minimum effort. You never want to be known as the person who puts in the bare minimum. People notice, and remember. Come layoff time, you want to be seen as an asset to keep, not an deadwood to cut. I'm salary, for me it evens out, you know what I mean. I work 20 minutes 30 minutes here or there, but then I go to the bank and get a haircut, you know what I mean, so we even. Provided your work is value accretive for your skills, the more your work, the faster you progress. Even if this doesn't translate to promotion, she will most likely develop more skills than her peers. I don't see that as something bad, and clearly she prefers to work rather than going home to watch Netflix. To me that should be something to praise, not critique. Sounds like you need to be more supportive of her through this.